Hazelani, and I would like to demonstrate a brief summary of our content provided in our program designed to help caregivers improve their communication with their teenagers. We understand it can be frustrating trying to get your teenagers to open up. We would like to be more involved in their lives and know them better. What their interests are, who they associate with, if they are struggling with anything, their feelings, and if they need any help whatsoever, to name a few. Our goal for this program is for caregivers to build a more secure relationship with their teenagers and therefore strengthen their communication. We will first go over how to spot teenagers' distress signals and attachment prompting behaviors. It is typical for teenagers not to want to disclose everything in their lives, which is totally fine. They are their own person and have a right to keep certain things to themselves. However, sometimes our children are in need of help or want someone to talk to, but they don't feel safe, comfortable, or like they can fully trust to speak about certain things. They might wait for you to ask if everything is all right or if something is on their mind. Even so, adolescents will try to reassure that everything is fine when it is indeed not. For instances like these, we have to be able to spot when our children need us. Here's an example. Hi Gabriel, how was school today?
School's fine.
That's good to hear. So glad you had a good day. If we were to play this tape back, we would see that he did not look like school was fine. His facial expression seemed sad, and he avoided eye contact. Here's another example. Hey, how did it go at Adam's house?
It was so fun, they put a little prank on me. It was funny though, it was hilarious.
Sounds like you had a great time. In this example, the teenager is trying to cover up his true feelings. If you pay attention, you can see that they aren't genuinely smiling. They seem to be smiling with solely their mouth. Their eyes are doing the real talking. Next is a final example of signals parents and caregivers should look for when conversing with their children. How is school going? Are you getting along with your teachers and classmates?
Everything is great, I love my teacher, and the other students are so nice, Actually, I have to go. I don't want to be late. I'm sorry.
Okay, sounds good. I'll see you later. This adolescent is clearly not comfortable with this conversation. Not only does he seem anxious and nervous, but he cuts the conversation short. He is trying to make it seem like everything is fine and doesn't want to dwell talking about this topic. In the typical program, we would then move on to day 3, where we expand on what we have learned about noticing details in our children's gestures and how to accurately interpret these signals in order to respond in an effective manner. However, for this video, we will be moving on to day 4. In the next reenactment, we will demonstrate conversation roadblocks. Conversation roadblocks are imperative for parents to avoid when talking to their teens. Teenagers are quick to change their minds about disclosing information. We must take them seriously, acknowledge the way they feel, and restrain from belittling them or their emotions. In order to do this, we must not use sarcasm. We can't minimize their feelings. We need not lecture them, and we have to avoid commanding them to stop. Partaking in these roadblocks will inhibit the child from wanting to talk to their parents. Here's an example.
Hey, I'm having trouble with one of my classmates. They keep picking on me.
Someone's picking on me. Does bullying even exist? That's so embarrassing. The child is clearly upset. They're having a major problem, and their parents are mocking and making a joke out of it. Here's a different example.
Oh my god. I have an 8-page essay by the end of the week. I'm totally stressed out. I don't know what to do.
That would be the least of my worries. Try being an adult with actual problems. In this example, caregivers are acting as if their teen is not going through anything serious. To the teen, this is a real problem that they need help with. The parents think it is an unimportant issue and simply sweep it under the rug. Here's another example.
Hey, so, someone offered me drugs? I said no, but a teacher that was passing by saw us and got us both in trouble. What should I do?
How many times have I told you not to associate with those people? You never listen. This is what you get. Not everything has to turn into a lesson. In this scenario, the caregiver skips over the fact that their child did nothing wrong and went straight to lecturing them. Here's the final example.
My girlfriend broke up with me. She was everything to me.
Stop crying and get over it. I don't have time for this. When a parent goes straight into commanding them to stop, children immediately feel rejected. In this example, their heart is broken. They went to their parents for emotional support and were basically told, I don't care about your feelings. The parent-child relationship needs to be in a good condition in order to facilitate meaningful conversations between the parents. The parent-child relationship needs to be in a good condition in order to facilitate meaningful conversations between caregivers and their teenagers. We want to be able to detect when something is wrong. We don't want them to have to bottle everything up. It is also important that we acknowledge the fact that they are still kids. Their problems may not seem that big or important to us adults, but it is very much so for them. We need to strive to avoid making them feel worse. We should instead validate and work together to find a solution. This program will do its best to strengthen caregivers' communication skills towards teenagers.